be no more important time to give a clear message that we are going to continue to stand up to racism, stand up to anti-Semitism.
You said, quote, West Indian mums will go to the wall for their children. So black mothers love their kids more than white.
Andrew, we've just had, I think, one of the most important budgets in a generation. I've said everything I'm going to say about where I sent my son to school.
No, I'm not. That's what I want to. I don't understand this quote.
No.
Supposing Michael had said, white mums will go to the wall for their children's remark.
Andrew, I've got nothing new to say. Let's talk about the most important budget in the lifetime.
I'm talking about what you've said. If West Indian mums are as wonderful as you say, why are there so many dysfunctional West Indian families in this country, and so many West Indian young men end up in a life of crime and gangs? Would you like to make it clear that, in the round, in general, West Indian mums are no better or no worse than white mums and Anglo-Asian mums and so on?
Andrew, I've got nothing more to say.
You don't want to make that clear?
Andrew, I've got nothing more to say.
So you still...
Diane Abbott was giving an interview to Sky Television, contending that those remarks had been used out of context when she took a call from her boss, Ed Miliband, who let her know that he also found the tweet unacceptable.
Hi. Can I just...
An apology was then issued on her behalf, saying, I understand people have interpreted my comments as making generalizations about white people. I do not believe in doing that. I apologise for any offence caused.
If it was somebody from the English background saying it against somebody from the minority background, there'd be a huge outcry on race issues. Therefore, I would say they should be treated with equal severity, and also I think in those respects there is no justification, no explanation can justify the completely unacceptable comments made by Diane on this occasion.
You say people speak in code about race. You haven't spoken in code. You said white people love playing divide and rule. We shouldn't play their game. I could never imagine Michael saying that, changing that to saying black people love playing divide and rule.
What happens, yeah.
And what would happen if he said it? You didn't speak in code. That was quite a racist remark, was it not?
No, I don't think it's racist. I think it was...
To say that white people, not some or a few or even many, but white people as a group love playing divide and rule.
No, it was a longer...
You were responding to new evidence that came out on the Stephen Lawrence case, and you said white people love playing divide and rule. We should not play their game. Present tense, not empire, India, the Raj.
140 characters, and that's what I was referring to. Anyone who knows history of British Empire knows that is exactly how an empire was built.
And on the Asian network, for instance, we have many discussions when Asian communities are more than good enough at dividing each other without any help from any colonialists. But
I say to you, however you voted in the EU referendum, I think everyone in this hall can agree that the rise in racism and racist attacks that we have seen since is utterly deplorable.
But if you look at it out of context, saying white people love to divide and rule is a pretty controversial remark if people don't see it in context. Do you accept that it was not a wise thing to put out there?
I think the tweet was taken out of context, and some people have interpreted it maliciously.
Well, explain for us then, and for viewers who are talking about this, so there's a lot of tweeting, Twitter activity going on. Explain to us what you actually meant by the comment. Sure. Yeah.
I just need to...
Sure.
Hi. Can I just...
Shadow Health Minister Diane Abbott was rebuked by her own party today and then apologised after she wrote on Twitter that white people love to divide and rule.
In the wake of the Stephen Lawrence case, a journalist complained about the use of some terms by the media, saying, I do wish everyone would stop saying the black community though. Which one? I hate the generally lazy thinking behind the use of the term. Same for black community leaders. Diane Abbott replied, "I understand the cultural point you are making, but you are playing into a divide and rule agenda." The journalist says, maybe. I find it frustrating that half the time these leaders are out of touch with black people they purport to represent. Abbott then wrote the immortal line, "White people love playing divide and rule. We should not play their game."
Now, you told a Fringe meeting last night that people who voted for Brexit wanted to see, quote, less foreign-looking people on their streets. Is that right?
Well, you get the sense that there were a variety of reasons for voting for Brexit. One was the long-standing issue of sovereignty and Brussels bureaucracy. But a lot of my colleagues have said that many of their voters voted for Brexit because they were concerned about immigration.
How many of the 17 million people who voted for Brexit wanted less foreign-looking people?
I can't say that.